Welcome to OpenMentor.net. In this session, we are going to see Java variable types and initialization. In Java, everything is termed as a class. In each file, you need to have a class. Within that, it's a convention to have a main function. This is called a method. But we will come to these two portions a little bit later, but our concentration is over here. A variable is a temporary memory storage. It can store a value dynamically. You can assign, you can reassign, you can compute values. That's why it's used as a variable. There are different types of variables. The first one is called byte. Byte means it's a single byte. 8 bits are assigned to it. This means 1 byte. Short, again, this can hold any value irrespective of the data type. So this is just 1 byte. Short is also there. If you take a byte, it stores integers. This is 1 byte. Short has got 2 bytes. By the way, commenting in Java, if you want to have single line or inline comment, this is // anything subsequent to this / till the rest of the line, it is treated as single line comment. If you want to have multiple line comment, this is multi-line comment. You can cut and paste this. You can have /. So Java, you can have single line inline comments as well as multi-line comments, pretty much like this. Integer, this is actually 4 bytes. When you say 2 bytes, it is 16 bits. Integer is 4 bytes, which is 4 into 8, 32 bits. Long is 8 bytes, which is 8 into 8, 64 bits. Byte, short, integer, long, all will store integers. Whereas this floating point, this is the one which is used for storing decimal values also. This is a 4 byte or 32 bits floating point with decimals. Double is another primitive data type, which is 8 byte floating. Boolean, which can store only true or false values. There is no size defined, but internally it may use just 1 bit to state on or off, just true or false. Character is a 2 byte Unicode character. Unlike C, this used to have only 1 byte. In Java, it is 2 bytes. So 16 bits are used to store the character values. So basic numbers, integers and floating point as well as the characters are defined. Java also has a separate class called a string. String, they don't define it as a primitive data type because string is derived out of other data types, typically the character data type. So they call string as a separate class. We will see the string operations separately. Now we are going to see how to initialize variables. It's very simple. I can say I equal to 0. Equal to is the assignment operator. The semicolon is the statement separator or delimiter. You can have multiple statements in the same line. S equal to 0. You can have multiple statements separated by semicolon, which is having the same effect as you have these two statements in two different lines. So either way, you can define in single line or multi lines. There is a specific way to store the Boolean values. For example, b1 equal to true. You can store this way. Now let us do a simple compilation, whether whatever we have done is compiling correctly or not. Let us check that out. So we go back to the prompt. We say javac java2.java. Now it compiles. Let us see whether there is any errors. There is no errors, that's why it is coming to this prompt. Let me do one thing. I have got this variable defined b. I have got the same variable defined b here also. Let us see what happens. Now if you see here, when I compiled, it is giving me an error. Error b is already defined in main. So that's once it is defined already, you try to define that, it is having a problem. So that's a problem. Second thing, I have not replaced this b1. Since b1 is not defined before, it is giving that error also. Though this program has got two errors. By the way, variable names can have alphabets, numbers, underscore, and $sign. Usually, unlike Unix shell scripts or Perl scripts, we don't use this $sign in Java. Still you can use, but the first must be an alphabet or an underscore. Numbers can appear subsequently. Underscore can appear even beginning of the variable also. So typically you can have a variable name like first underscore name. This is a valid variable name. So you can have alphabets, numbers, underscore, and $sign. Spaces are not allowed. Punctuation marks are not allowed within the variable names. So now I am going to correct this. Okay. Now let me go back and then compile it again. It compiles without problem. So always make sure that once you code a subsequent maybe sufficient amount of lines, maybe 20, 30 or 40, just do a compilation so that you can remove all those syntax errors then and there. Otherwise, if you code some 800 lines then compile it, you will get into tons of errors. It will be difficult for you to track all those errors, though the compilation gives the error numbers as well as the line numbers. So this is the basic way of initialization of the variables. Now Java also provides a way to I would say initialize in hexadecimal as well as in binary. Let us see that. Look at these two definitions. I have got this short variable s. Now I am defining 0x. 0x prefix tells the compiler that it is hexadecimal. So as you know, in hexadecimal you can use from 0 to f. So I am defining that as 1AFF. So 1 stands for 0001. Again, A stands for it. F stands for 1111. So I am giving 4 hexadecimal characters to occupy those 2 bytes. Each hexadecimal character is consisting of 4 bits internally. Now I have also defined the byte variable with the prefix 0b. 0b indicates to the compiler that's a binary variable. This is base 2. Hexadecimal is base 16. Binary is base 2. So I have defined 8 bits. So it will set that to 8 bits. So all the bits will be set according to 0 or 1, whatever I give. This is another way of putting hexadecimal values or binary values. You need not always store. For example, if I define 10, this is decimal. Okay. Now, at some point of time, I may want some clarity. So to indicate the clarity, I want to store something with some differentiation or some underscore characters within that values itself. Let us do one thing. I am giving an underscore here. If you see in phone numbers, it can start with 408-XYZ-1234. So they put the hyphen sign, right? Why? Because reading 10-digit number is very difficult. This is for readability purpose. You can use this underscore. This doesn't hold any value, but to increase the readability, this is one portion 4 bits. This is another 4 bits. So if I want to increase that kind of, or I can also use an underscore here. These two for 1 byte, these two for another byte. So you can use underscore. There is no value actually associated with the underscore, but it is actually equivalent to without this underscore value. But it increases the readability for the user. So let us go and then compile it once again. It doesn't give any errors. So you can use underscore while initializing values also in Java. For example, I want to store some value with a long number, right? You may want to split it in the way that you are doing 3 digits dash comma 3 digits comma 3 digits. Instead of comma, you use underscore so that the reader can understand it better. Let us initialize some character variables also. Let us initialize this character variable to a Unicode value. For Unicode values, you can refer to the Unicode tables. This is called Unicode. \U, this indicates it's a Unicode value 0022. This is one thing for double quotes. Let us compile this program and then print what it says, because now I'm printing this. I have done a system.out.println, that character variable. It will print it on the terminal. Let us compile this. Java 2. Now it has printed this double quotes. So Unicode character 0022 indicates double quotes. Same way you can have Greek letters, Spanish letters, German letters, all these things converted to Unicode. You can print it. On the other hand, if you want to print a simple English character, simply say within single quotes G. For character, use single quotes. Do not use double quotes. Only for strings you can use double quotes. For character variables, you have to use only single quotes. Let us do this. Compile it, then execute. Now that variable gets printed. Regular English characters, ASCII characters, no problems. If you want to have specific other languages in Latin, Greek, Hindi, you can use Unicode characters. So this is whatever we have seen now is the primitive data types from byte to character, and then how to assign them, how to print those things, and hexadecimal and binaries. And we have also used this underscore. Do not use this underscore to define something like at the beginning of that. Don't do this. Same way, do not put underscore at the end of it. You can put underscore at the beginning, in between the variables, in between the variable values. Do not use there. Same way, do not use an underscore right here, because 0x is a specific prefix. So you do not use it within the 0x or 0b prefix, or do not use at the beginning of the variable, do not use at the end of the variable values. Use underscore in between the variables values. With this, we end this here. Thank you.